Welcome to VKS Coding, and in this video we'll talk about Java coding guidelines, and this is very important topic for any developer who wanted to write the code in software industries. So we have to follow the best practices for writing the code. So without a delay, let's get started. So what is the need of means coding guideline in Java or any language? So definitely it will help on something. That's why we follow some guideline. So it will help in readability of the code. Means anybody can read others code and he will understand that particular module it what is trying to do, and that particular class why it is defined, and that particular REST API what is calling, what it is getting output. So everything will be increased readability of the code, and also it will help in maintainability of the code as well. So these two advantages we will get if we follow the coding guideline best practices for Java while writing the code. So let's get started and see what are these guidelines. So the guidelines for the classes are: the name should be noun and start with the uppercase letter, and if it contain multiple words, then in every inner word should start with uppercase letters. So example, so we have a string class in Java, so it start with the uppercase letter, and if we have a multiple words, then all the inner word also start with uppercase letter. So here if you see string buffer both having starting with the uppercase letter. And what is noun? So noun in a simple definition, it is a place, person or thing. Person means man, woman, place means home, office, town, and thing any table, car, money, music, anything. So the class name should be noun, and it should start with uppercase letter, and if it contain multiple words, then inner word should be start with uppercase. So what is the next guideline? The next guideline is for interface, and it is similar to the class only, but the interface name should be adjective and start with the uppercase letter, and if it is also having multiple words, then every inner word should start with uppercase letter. So the example, if you see, runnable, serializable, clonable. And what is an adjective? Is it is a word that tells about more about the noun. And what is noun? Noun is at any name, person, place or thing. So defining the interface name, we use adjectives. So let's see what is the guideline for methods. So method name should be either verb or verb noun combination, and it should start with the lowercase letter. It contain multiple words, then every inner word should start with uppercase letter. And what means verb is it define any action or state. Example, print, sleep, run. So the method name should be verb or the verb plus noun combination. And what is verb? Verb defines any action or state like print, sleep, run, walk, like that of. So let's see the next guideline. So the next guideline is for variable, and the variable name are noun and should start with the lowercase letter. If it contain multiple words, then every inner word should start with the uppercase letter. Example, name, Mumbai, mobile number. And the next will be the guideline for the constant. So constant name should be noun and it should contain uppercase letter. If it contain multiple words, then every word should be separated by underscore, like maximum value, maximum priority, by. So guideline for the curly braces will be no blank space should be present after the opening braces and before the closing braces. It means suppose we define the constructor here with the opening braces and the closing braces. In between there should be something, either a comment or there will be execution block or some statement should be there. This block should not be empty. So this is what implying the first statement, and the second statement is saying the curly braces is applied at the end of the line that start of the class. So here if we are opening the curly braces, then in the alignment of the opening we have to define the closing bracket. So this is all about the curly braces. So let's see next guideline. So the guideline for the comments. So first is the implementation comment, so that this is a multi-line comment. So we have to define by forward slash star, and in between we have to define the comment and then star, after that backward slash. So between those we define the implementation comment, like this is method is for calling the REST API and getting the output like this. And the second comment type will be the line comment, and this will be declared by the double forward slash. Suppose you have commented variable definition or name or anything, whichever is commented like a temporary comment, and we define as a single line comment. And this is for documentation comment. So this will be a forward slash with 2 stars, and after that we define the documentation comments, and after that we define star backward slash for defining the documentation comment. So these are the 3 types of the comments. Guidelines are there how to define the single line comment, multi-line comment, and documentation. So next will be the guideline for the white spaces, and the white spaces also play a major role in the readability of the code. So for the operator, what it says, for if we apply the operator, then we should define before and after the operator. It should be the white space. It should not be like without defining any white space. So this is not recommended. And suppose we are calling any function, giving some arguments within it, so we should also define after semicolon, we should give a space. We should not call a method passing the arguments without giving the space. So this is not recommended. So next guideline for the white spaces, it should be in the switch statements like case we define, and after that we give a colon and then we specify the break statement. So before and after colon we should specify the space, and without specifying the space it will look like this, and that is not recommended. And the fourth, for the same thing, in defining the while loop or conditional statement or increment statement, after the semicolon we have to define the space. So here we have not defined the space, so this is not recommended, and this one is recommended. So this is all about the Java coding guideline. So this best practices we have to follow while writing the code. So I hope I am able to make you clear about the Java coding guideline, and you have really enjoyed watching this video. And apart from this Java coding guideline, while writing the code we have to follow the some other best practices as well, like following the solid principle and following the best practices of design pattern as well while defining the classes and components. So thank you for watching the video.